Hi everyone, this is Coach Danny Hartung. I am making this video to go over our Fall 22 Junior High Volleyball Handbook for this season so that we can avoid having to schedule a meeting in either gym or town and so that everyone can just go through it at your leisure and get back to me directly if you have any questions. If not, and I don't anticipate there being very many questions because a lot of this will look like repeat information for those who have been on our team or had a sibling on our team before. A lot of this has just stayed the same. So we'll go kind of quickly through the handbook, but you will get a physical copy of this sent home with your student athlete on the first week of practice. Our first date of practice this year is Monday, August 15th at 3:15 in Logan. So I know there's a different schedule and maybe location for the high school team, but that will be how we start our season that first Monday through Thursday of practice. Before that happens, we have some things that every single year we need to have done and on file. So I do still, just like every other year, need a physical on file before a student athlete can practice, not just before school starts, but before practice starts. If you have trouble scheduling that and maybe just the first day or two, you won't have a physical turned into the office yet, your student athlete is more than welcome and highly encouraged to come to practice so that they can listen and interact with the team. However, we cannot legally let them participate until they have that physical on file. We also need concussion forms, and I'll need the final page of this handbook. So all three of those things turned in at before the time the student athlete is allowed to actively participate in practice. We are getting new uniforms this year and everyone is very excited. I have been getting a lot of questions about them. I can't answer them yet though because I haven't seen them myself just yet. So we're very excited to see what these uniforms look like. We know that they will incorporate elements of both districts and mascots and colors. So we're excited to see what that looks like and how they turned out. But we will check them out using numbers just like normal, like we did last year, but they will look super awesome and new. Gym shoes and knee pads. We're asking that everyone send these with your student athlete to practice. If you haven't yet gotten your pair of knee pads or you're having trouble nailing down a pair of knee pads, please let us know. We do have some in storage. They're not the nice shiny new ones. Those who came to camp will know they're kind of the old stretched out ones and they're not as fun to play in. However, they will work in a pinch. So please let us know if you need help with either of those things. Daily practice schedule will be the same. PALCO student athletes will go in our vehicle in time to be in Logan by 3:15 for practice. We do ask that everyone, regardless of what school you go to, be dressed out and ready so that we can start practice right at 3:15. We need to share a gym with high school and get off as soon as they need to get on. So we want to be respectful of their timeline and schedule and be consistent with our start times and end times for practice. So we want to be sure we're dressed out and ready to go as quickly as we possibly can. A note on that is that we probably, usually, unless otherwise stated, won't be having practices on Fridays. It's much easier for students and families to get to high school football games on Fridays, and for the most part, we end our competition week on Thursday, so we give our junior high girls that extra day of rest. This could change if we have a really tough Monday game or tournament. We have a lot more triangulars on our schedule this year, or it may also change as we get closer to our league tournament time if we feel that we would be best served by adding that extra practice. But all of that will be communicated to families in advance on the GroupMe. We would like to just mention again that whether you go to Logan for school or go to Palco for school, at all times you're representing both districts because we're part of this cooperative team. So our expectations were met and exceeded last season. We have no anticipation that we'll have any problems with integrity this year, but we do want to mention that it is part of our written expectations that we leave all locker rooms, all gyms, all vans and buses in better condition than we found them, and that we are behaving and speaking and acting in ways that represent our team to the best of our ability. Game day requirements, we do ask that student athletes dress up. So unless we send out an exception message that says we're going to wear jeans and the t-shirt today or something else, or if you have a cheer uniform to wear, in any other case, we ask that you dress up and have your sort of wardrobe match your mindset for the day. We do ask for no jeans. Colored skinny jeans are okay. We've had that question before. Something that just doesn't look like denim jeans and a t-shirt that you might wear to a regular day of school. We're going to go one step above that and dress up as best we can. Discipline policy is another thing that I don't anticipate needing to reference throughout this season. However, we do have it on there just in case we do. We will want to be updated on absences, even if they're excused or if they're pre-scheduled with the office. We have a pretty great communication system between our districts, but sometimes the ball gets dropped and we just don't know not to expect a student that day. So please shoot us a text just so that we're aware, hey, we have an appointment, hey, we're leaving town, so that we know that we shouldn't be panicking that there is a student athlete who was scheduled to be gone from practice that day. Any other disciplinary issues or detentions that happen during the season will have warnings, because we know everybody makes mistakes, but we will eventually get to the point where that kind of thing calls for dismissal from the team. So we'll work closely with administrations from both districts to talk about doing what's best for the student athlete and giving as much leeway as we can. However, if we have continuous problems with behavior issues or eligibility issues, it may actually be in the best interest of the team and the student athlete to be asked to step down. So we don't want to get to that point. We will do our best to support everyone before they get to that point, but we do want to make it clear that our expectations in the classroom even exceed those that we have on the court and when we travel for games, because student athlete means that we're students first and athletes second. So we want to make sure that our student athletes are earning the right to compete by the behavior that they display in the classroom and other places. Please feel free to contact us. Shoot us a text, shoot us a message in the group me. We always want to help or answer questions. It may be if there's a situation that has to do with team stuff, we may say, let's talk about this tomorrow at practice. It's a better topic to be discussed in person or maybe with the whole group. But we always welcome open communication. So please make sure to keep us in the loop or let us know if you have any questions or concerns. We always want to respect school property. We mentioned the brand new shiny uniforms that we'll be having this year, and also any equipment or, like we said before, property that belongs to either our districts or those that we visit for competition. The gear order. I hope it's easy to see on this video, but this is our awesome t-shirt design for the year. I'm very excited about it. We will send out the link and the order window on GroupMe soon. Please, when you order, select pickup in store so we can save you some money on shipping and we can just pick up everybody's all at the same time. Please, please be mindful of the due date. So our store that we go through that we order from has been very clear that after that window has closed, and again, I'll send that date out on the GroupMe, there will be no exceptions to add to the order to just make one more shirt like that. They just can't set up the screen printing software that easily to just justify 1 or 2 shirts at a time. So we will have those dates way in advance, but please know that if your question is, can I add one more after that final date? The answer will be no, and I wish I could, but we won't be able to add any after that. We will have short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, and crew necks available this year. And our design, even though our shirt is kind of that darker gray, that was what was available for order. Supply chain issues are unfortunately just a part of our life right now. So we're going to be probably dressed in dark grays and blacks for a long time for t-shirt orders, but that's okay. We're excited about these kind of same incorporation of both districts' colors like we'll have for the uniform. And so this is what we will be rolling into games with this year. Like I said before, student athlete is a very appropriate term. I've always believed that means that student responsibilities come first, academics come before athletics. So what we're doing here is a privilege for everyone involved, and we want to earn that through classroom success and good behavior. I won't continue on and on. I could go on and on about that, but we all know what the expectations are, and we're very proud to say that this group especially will definitely meet our expectation there. So we take school very seriously so that we can take our sport very seriously, and we appreciate when that goes really well. This form, please complete it and have it back to me before the first day of school. So we will give it to you. It says before practice. There's always a little bit of leeway with that because we give it to you on the first day of practice, but as quickly as possible, please. Don't return the whole handbook to me. Fill out this bottom half, cut it out. I just want the bottom half of this page back, pretty please. This gives me any updated contact information and a signature to show that you read through this or listened to this handbook and you don't have any questions for me. So that is it. If you do have any questions or if anything comes up that you feel like should be on here or that we forgot to mention, please do let me know. Shoot me a text or a message and I'd be happy to answer that for you. And we look forward to that first day of practice, which one more time is Monday, August 15th at 3:15 in Logan. See you all very soon and enjoy the rest of your summer.